yo, welcome to another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts.
Oh,
Host, the protege, J Mac Main.
the big bad wolf Deuce in the building, the villain.
You already know the vibes, man. Big bad booty daddy here. You know what's going on, y'all.
Fresh off Crrown Jewel.
Yes, fresh off Crrown Jewels. It was a good. I liked it. But hey, I'm here with the big. I said the big bad wolf. So I'm here to talk some business. Here to talk some truth here. Hey, I wish Si can get on and then he can get off after we stop talking this. Let me put this first 15 minutes. It's a must see wrestling talks and thoughts. It's a must see. I said must see. The big bad wolf dude say ready to huff and puff and blow Trav's house away because that motherfucker don't know shit about wrestling. Hey, but if you don't mind, Jay, if you can share the screen and share the video of him talking about last week. I hate to show it to the fans. But they have to know the truth behind this fraud. See, this wolf right here. This is where you see this wolf is the one that you see in the horror films, in the underworld films. This ain't the fairy tale wolf. This ain't the one dressed as a grandma like Trav be doing. So I have to, expose the frauds.
So let's talk about it. Crrown Jewel. You said you liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. Hey, but before we talk about it, man, hey, can you share that screen, man? Can you share that? Can you look for that video of Trav last week's video so that we can review that real quick? I just want to get it out the way so we can talk about business.
All right, let me find out. Let me try to find it. Wait, I'm trying. You put it? You put it in the main one. Let me see. Where is it? Let me see.
It's the first last week's video because I know Ant didn't do a Thursday video, so
Okay, let me see. It's the video when it was a sign. Sign in Trav, right?
Yeah.
Right,
you might have to get it to the let me see what clip I left off. Timestamp.
I'm trying to scroll up so I can find it. All right, I got it.
You might have to fast forward because he's just gonna start saying some bullshit.
And join the bloodline.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, it's a timestamp. I think it's like 1:15, an hour and 15 minutes.
All right, let's see. All right. Go on there.
All right, let me take this mask off to be serious right now with this.
So,
All right.
all right.
I think it's hour. It was an hour and 15 minutes.
All right, I got
That's when he started talking that bullshit.
Roman Reigns.
Okay. Okay.
Gunther, Rhea
Okay.
Ripley.
No. Fast forward.
Dominic
Rewind a
Mysterio.
little bit more.
Okay.
Jimmy Uso.
Okay.
Solo Sikoa. Roman Reigns.
Okay. Okay.
Gunther, Rhea
Okay.
Ripley. Dominic
Okay.
Mysterio.
Okay.
Jimmy Uso.
Okay.
Solo Sikoa.
This is side right here.
Solo is having a solo
naming.
run.
This is a solo run.
Okay, explain it. Explain it.
Pause it. Pause it right there. Pause it right there. Pause it right there.
Roman Reigns.
Pause it right there. Look, that's just a little mini clip. But if you go to the YouTube one, go to the YouTube one. If you don't mind, Si, I want to get it over with this, so I can end this debate once and for all. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm done with this debate. I ain't gonna acknowledge him no more because he needs to acknowledge me.
All right, hold on. Let me get it. You said go to how far in the video?
An hour and 15 minutes. I think that's when he started talking that nonsense.
Okay. So let me use this one. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Honestly, him coming back and having a match with anybody, I kind of don't care for it. Truth be told, Punk is one of my favorite wrestlers. He's one of my favorites. But at this point in this junction, in his life, it's just like, why? It's like, dude, you've done enough. Sit it out. If he wants to come back because he wants to do it and try to prove everybody wrong because he feel like he can show that he's still the best in the world, he still got it. Whatever.
Just know the guy that is not showing his face is the guy Trav. Just so everybody knows.
Whatever. I'm not going to change that. You know, like you're out of time.
Right.
It's not going to change that for. Uh, yeah, that's just my take on it. What's the other thing you want to talk about?
All right. So with saying that, that's all I'm want to know with Henry. About 2 weeks ago, you
Lies.
said on the show,
Yeah.
I'm 1
you
and 0.
said
That's
Travis
tough.
need to step up.
He
You can
does.
be in a fraction and have a solo run.
It's not a fraction. It's a faction.
So I wanted to touch on that before we got off the air.
Okay.
So my question to you is, I got a couple questions. First question is, who's in a fraction right now that is literally having a solo run?
Who's in a faction that's having a solo run?
Right now.
Roman Reigns.
Okay. Okay.
Hunter.
Bloodline.
Rhea Ripley. Dominic Mysterio.
Okay.
Jimmy Uso.
Okay.
Solo Sikoa.
Solo is having a solo run?
It's a solo run.
Okay, explain it. Explain it.
You know what? To think about what you're saying.
No, you see right here, size is see, this is what Trav wants to do. Trav wants to like always talk in circles to try to convince you.
Honestly,
I know he's right.
Truth be told.
But now he's switching it up.
It's a funny thing, but a solo run is pretty much when you're off on your own, right? So honestly,
not technically.
It's a tricky thing. The tricky thing is this: is that does Jimmy have a solo run? Yes, but no, he doesn't because he's with a faction, right? It's a yes or no thing. He's not part of a tag team, so he is a solo competitor.
That's all you need to know.
A solo because
pause right here. Pause right here.
Competitor who has tag matches and has solo.
All right, for people like Travis that don't understand this, there is a solo run and a solo push. A solo run means you're split off in a tag team. Doesn't mean you're split in a faction. You're split up in a tag team and you do solo competition. You have a solo theme song. You don't have a tag team name, but you're still in a faction. A solo push is when they take you out by yourself and you don't have nobody behind you, like Cody Rhodes. Right now, Jay's in a solo run. Cody's in a solo run. Who else? Sammy's in a solo run. That's the difference between solo push. Those are solo push and solo run. Continue on because he's about to say some dumb stuff. Please.
Matches. His match tonight against LA Knight was a solo match. No
Pretty good
bloodline
match.
came out to interfere or interrupt. It was a solo match. That again is part of his solo run. The faction part is to be an insurance to your to you as a solo competitor. That's what the faction is, right? He's an individual competitor. Again, Ric Flair, he had the 4 horsemen, but he was a solo competitor.
Okay. So here's my argument to you.
Okay.
Everybody you named outside of Solo and Jimmy, what do they have in comparison? What do they all have that everybody that you named that's in the friction that you named, what do they have in comparison?
They were all in the faction.
It's another one. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
They all hold gold.
Wrong. Solo is not holding gold.
Here's my argument with you on that. When you're in a faction, right? You're in a group, right?
Yeah.
You can have a solo run inside of a group. But 90% of the time, 99% of the time, when you're doing a solo run inside of a fraction, what are you doing? You're fighting for what? Gold, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or you're putting yourself in position to get a singles gold, right? Or if you got a tag team partner, you're putting yourself in tag team position gold.
Right.
Reason why I don't give Jimmy or Solo as far as a solo run, I think they have solo matches, but not solo runs.
pause that.
And the
right
reason
there.
why I'm not giving that to them is because of the fact that they're operating inside of a fraction that is no longer put solely together and based off what they can do. They are basically there. So me personally, I think what they're doing is what exactly what I told y'all is that nobody wanted to see Jimmy in solo competition for 6 months. I told y'all that. Go back
Yeah.
and look at the film. They basically are
Pause it real quick.
putting Jimmy on the tip of the circle and letting him hold on to that part to stay relevant.
Hey, if you don't mind, if you could
Because
pause it.
me and
All right. Let me ask you, Jay. What do you think about that comment?
So me personally, I disagree. Because just because you're not competing for a title doesn't mean you're not in a solo run, or you're a solo competitor. I feel like if you are in a tag team and all your matches are tag matches, then you're not a tag competitor. But Jimmy doesn't have a tag partner right now. Solo doesn't have a tag partner right now. That's like let's use the bloodline. Let's I'm saying for this in this example. I mean Judgment Day. Dominic don't Dominic has gold, but maybe that's a bad example because that goes to his reference of having a title. Let's look at let me see another faction that they don't have.
LWO.
Look at the Berlin Brutes, right?
Yeah.
Not one of them has titles, but you're trying to tell me Sheamus isn't having a solo run because he doesn't have a title? And then you got to think about it like this: like, there's only one belt on SmackDown outside of Roman's belt, so you're gonna have Solo and Jimmy consistently going after the U.S. title. Like
exactly.
that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Even LWO, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ray has a belt, but you're trying to tell me that Santos Escobar isn't having a solo run because he's in LWO.
See, that's the thing is that he's stupid because it doesn't make sense. He's talking about anybody that has a solo run has to have a solo push. No,
Right.
The definition of a solo, if you split a tag team, that means you're going your one way, the other one's going the other way. Same thing as what happened to Shawn Michael and Marty. Same thing that has happened to Jimmy and Jay, you know? And then he said that when we was talking about this in SummerSlam, when the famous super kick around the world, he said, "Oh, I don't want to see Jimmy in a 6 months. I don't want to see Jimmy in 6 months single, or I don't want Jimmy and Jay." And I was like, and then we said maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe they're going to try to slow it down so that we can get that WrestleMania match against the brothers. And what are they doing now? They're slowing it down, correct?
Right.
And we said that we could check the film again, but he's going to say, "Oh, why don't you record the whole thing and show it?" No, he just doesn't know what he's talking about. And his thing is crazy is that, like I said, not everybody has to have a solo push. A solo run and a solo push is different. A solo push is that they put the rocket, the jetpack behind the guy, and they're trying to get him up there, like LA Knight, like Austin Theory at one point, like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew, even Sheamus. Sheamus had a solo run for the solo push when he was going for the Intercontinental because they saw how the crowd reacted towards him, but then it slowed down. That's the difference between them. And the crazy part about it, Jimmy has more matches as a single competitor after he split with Uso than a tag match. So how do you not look at that? And I'm showing him the stats. How you not look at that and say, okay, I'm wrong? Because it's right there, proof. I don't know. I have to say so many things. And you could tell in this video, Sai's just like, what is this man talking about? You can see it inside his face, like, I'm just gonna agree with him. And it's the yes and no part. Yes, I understand that. I'll totally agree with that. Yeah, but he is a solo competitor, not on his own. That's the difference that we was talking about. And so far, Jimmy's run is not that. Jimmy's solo run is not that bad. He's doing exactly what it was supposed to be. maybe the execution was wrong where he said, "Oh, I did that because I didn't want you to be a tribal chief." I wish they could have, switched it off like, "No, I wanted to be the tribal chief. It's not always about you, Jay." That would have been made more sense than what they actually did, or that part they could have, fixed up. But so far, Jimmy's having a wonderful solo run. He wants to be like, it sucks. Can we compare Jay's and Jimmy's? Yes, Jay's is better because yes, the fans are right. The fans are reacting to him. The fans are right behind him. But at the same time, Jimmy's doing a perfect heel, which I feel like this conversation should be a year later. That's all I gotta say with that, man. That's all I gotta say, Trav. Once again, you're wrong. It's over. The debate is over. I won. I gave you one with CM Punk. The debate is over. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. This is 2 months later, man, that we're still having this debate, and you're still trying to convince everybody that I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I have facts, and everybody agrees with me. That's it. I'm done. Let's move on.
Right, and even to say, I'll give you another example. I'll give you another example, like Bailey. You know what I'm saying? She's in Damage Control, but you know what I'm saying? She's definitely not in a solo. I mean, she's in a solo run. You know what I'm saying? She's not competing for a title.
Exactly.
I'll just get to the comments. So Facebook user says Roman sucks. He says Jay got robbed, and he said, "Damn, bro, you getting old with that beard." Yeah, son. DJ Faze is laughing, and DJ Faze says, "My man said fraction, friction, fashion."
Thank you. Hey, once again, Trav, I made you look stupid on live TV. I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. The debate is over, and it's faction, not friction, not fraction, not fashion. Like my boy DJ Faze said, it's faction.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got some. I need to share with you guys. I'll share it in a couple minutes. But yeah. So outside of that, let's go back. I stopped sharing. All right. So Crrown Jewel. You said you liked it.
Yeah, I said it was pretty good. I mean, the matches weren't that bad. Matches were watchable. I mean, it's another, I feel like this year Triple H stepped up. This year Triple H made every pay-per-view look like must-see pay-per-view. I give you that. And and I like it. And I don't know if people noticed it, but the matches we're not having like 12 matches every pay-per-view now. We're having about like 10 or 7 or a good 6, like the old days. So I think that's good because I mean I remember we would have to watch 4 hours of WWE or 5 hours of WWE just to watch the whole. And by the time the the main event is there, everybody was just like tired.
Right. I mean, and then it was cool that they kicked off with Seth and Drew.
That I don't like it for one thing. I mean, the match was great. For one thing is, man, it's the world heavyweight title, man. They need to make it a co-main event. They need to make how important that title is. It's like if you watch UFC or if you watch boxing, the title matches are the co-main events. Even if it's not the primary title, it's still the co-main event.
Right. But I guess it's also a way to kind of get everybody, to get people, involved in, because back in the day how they used to do, like, like the whack matches was always first, and you'd be like, okay, so the first couple hours, I can wait. But now that they're kind of throwing in like a one of the main events or one of the good matches to get you like, oh shoot, okay, well maybe I can't go nowhere because I need to watch this match first. I mean, honestly, most of the matches were title matches. Outside of
John Cena and Cody.
And Solo and Cody's match. So other than every other match was like a title match. So I mean, I guess you had to kind of throw them in there, as some way.
Yeah, and also I was also thinking is Cody, man. Cody right now is hot, so they're trying to make him a main eventer, so he has to be like in the co-main event.
The crazy part about it, I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of forgot Cody was fighting tonight. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot too. After I think it was after Bailey's, no, after it was after Bianca's match. I was like, all right, time for the main event. All right. Then I see here Damon Priest. I was like, didn't he come earlier today? Because you know how you don't try to cash in. I'm like, I was so confused, and I was like, that's right. There's one match after this, one match before the main event.
Yep, I was the same. I thought it was just me because I said the same. I had the same exact thought. I'm like, all right, because I was actually making breakfast, and I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, dag, you know, I'm not gonna be finished by the time Roman. I said, but I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? Then I just go back. I'll go, you know, watch it. I'll either pause it and just watch it or keep, you know, peeking on it. Then it was like, yeah, Cody. I said, Cody. I said, oh yeah, he is fighting Free. So yeah. So and honestly, that's the second time this happened. And I don't know if Cody doesn't have like a big mainstream match, like people kind of forget. And it wasn't me, or did he not even sell his ankle injury during the whole match?
Like, oh, he did some of it. Like he did some of it. Like when he was doing a pyro thing, and then when he jumped down, and then Priest kind of attacked him. He kind of sold it, and there was a couple other times he sold it.
Okay.
You know Cody, he's gonna go all the way. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
He is. Cody's gonna go all the way when he sells something. So, I mean, it was pretty good. Let's start off with the first match. Then we get back to Cody's match. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
Right.
What you think about it?
I mean, it was a cool match. Again, it goes back to my point where I don't know, like I said, I feel like Seth's title reign is just, you know, becoming stale.
Yeah.
Now the crazy part about it is, with it being stale, there were 2 tweets that came out afterwards that kind of, you know, had me like, and I'm gonna show you the tweets now. So the first tweet came from, let me try to find it. Yeah, so the first tweet actually came from Carmelo Hayes, where I'll show you what Carmelo said.
I think I seen that one.
All right, so Carmelo Hayes took to Twitter and said, "Let me and Seth cook a hood classic."
Have they ever fought each other?
I don't think so.
But I think that would be a good match too. I think that would be a good match. What's the next tweet?
So the next tweet came from Will Ospreay, where Seth tweeted to him and said the water is warm, and Will Ospreay sends the looking eye emoji.
So let me get this. You know, I follow some indie. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert, but you know, I follow, like, you know, when I hear rumors about like indie wrestlers. Have they both ever wrestled in the indies?
That I'm not sure. You know, or Sean would, you know, know more so about that, but I wouldn't know. Let's see.
So I know I was in Ant's watch party in space earlier today, and we was just talking about how AEW Tony Khan throws out dream matches. You know, just throws out any dream match. You know, talking about Kenny Omega versus Ray Felix, and they already wrestled before in the Indies, or you get Brandon Danielson, or Brian Daniel, whatever his name is, versus somebody else, and he already fought them in the Indies. This right here would be a dream match. This right here, if they make this happen, will be a dream match. This is like because they've been talking so much trash over the 4 years. This would be a perfect dream match. This is a money match. This right here is a money match.
Oh, so they haven't fought. You know, so look on YouTube. Yeah, like they've been talking trash for a while, but they haven't had a one-on-one match.
See that? Hey, Triple H, Paul, go ahead and get this match booked, man. Get this man. Will, he needs to. I mean, he for how they're trying to show the world heavyweight title. He's a good world heavyweight title contender. Not a WWE title contender, but a world heavyweight contender. Yeah. Just because of his style, just the classic. Because I think he would like. I think for me, honestly, the world heavyweight title, I always think about it like a classic title. A classic title. So it would be like people with technician, people, stuff like that gives us classic matches. So I think that would be a good world title match. Man, overall, the match. I mean, the match was okay. I mean, like you said, it's just something about Seth, man. It's like, man, and we was talking about this, me and DJ FaZe and Space earlier today while I was watching the match. Today was the time for Drew to win the title, because Drew right now is in an extension contract. His contract was extended to WrestleMania, I think. So if you're trying to get him to stay, which I was telling them that it would be good if he goes to AEW and become that's the heavyweight championship, a heavyweight contender that they need. Somebody that's mainstream, that looks like a Rock or a Stone Cold or a Triple H kind of guy. Because come on, think about it. If you see AEW, which guy looks like a heavyweight contender?
Wardlow.
That's it. Brian Cage, yeah, but you got Edge, but those are old now. They need somebody young. Well, Drew is kind of getting older, but he's not like in the 50s, so they need somebody like that. But at the same time, WWE also need him, because after Roman, I feel like after Roman's title reign, I think that's when we're gonna see a good like Attitude Era type contenders for the heavyweight titles. That's how I feel like it. We're gonna have good matches, because now we don't have to worry about it. They might do hot potato, they might do 4-month reigns, 3-month reign, but they're gonna have so much good matches where you're like, all right, and you won't get tired of watching it. Like after the when was it? When it started getting boring, the title runs, because we saw was the same title runs as when John Cena, I think, second title reign. I think we saw like Randy Orton versus John Cena like almost 100 times in 1 year.
Right. But I also feel too, it's like that, like with this loss, is gonna officially, because right now Drew is like on the tweener, like he's kind of like on the fence of being baby facing heel. So I think this is gonna actually tip the scale for him to actually become full heel. And then I'm sure that after Survivor Series, depending on which route they go, I don't know if they're gonna have Drew and Seth in War Games, but it could be one of those turns where they have rematch at Survivor Series. And now it's interesting to see, because as the articles read that this is Roman's last match of the year. So we're not going to see Roman wrestle until Mania. So obviously that defeats that limits any match of him in first versus Seth at Survivor Series. So now you have to find something for Seth to do at Survivor Series. So I don't know if he's going to be part of War Games, or you're going to have him versus Drew in a rematch. We'll just have to see.
I think, man, if I was a booker, if I was in charge of creative, man, I would definitely do this right here. I would definitely put a rematch. Seth versus Drew, and at the last, maybe Drew get over, or if Seth wins, then you hear the CM Punk theme song.
Yeah.
And then boom, you see Seth's face like he did with Cody. Sell it, boom. You get your Royal Rumble match. You get your Royal Rumble main event. Oh, what is December? Does December have a pay-per-view?
Isn't because December normally has like let me see, TLC is normally in December, but I don't know if they scrapped it this year. Let me see. 2023.
Let's say this. Let's say if it is TLC. Let's say if they hold they hold it on TLC. They don't they tease it. They tease it with Punk, and then they get your main event with Punk versus Seth at the Royal Rumble. Let's say boom. This is fantasy booking. I hate people fantasy booking, but this is what I would do. Boom. Let's say that. Let's say I'm not saying that this is gonna happen. This is just let's say if this in a different in a different multiverse. Boom, you have that main event. You have Punk go over Seth at pay-per-view at the Royal Rumble. You have LA Knight win the Royal Rumble, right? You have now you have LA Knight, teasing who he wants to face. You got CM Punk, perfect, always perfect on the mic. You have a new rising star in the WWE that's trying to get good in the promos. Back in the day, he was good in the Indies and Impact. I always thought he was good in the promos. You have LA Knight. Boom, there's your main event for WrestleMania. Then you have Cody win the Elimination Chamber. Boom, you have Cody versus Roman Reigns in a Night Quit match. Cody wins. You have a new era. LA Knight and Cody as the two top babyface of the after WrestleMania. And then you could shuffle a lot of heavyweights, a lot of light heavyweights, a lot of wrestlers their way, and you would have classics after classics.
Yeah, I do like the idea of CM Punk coming out at the end of Survivor Series to confront Seth, because again, it looks like their next pay-per-view won't be until the Rumble, so it would kind of like it'll give Punk enough time to officially train and get back into wrestling shape and get ready for that match against at Rumble if it does happen, and then then you can have Seth versus Ospreay at Mania, which would be fire. I like you said, as fantasy booking, that would be a good way to go, and it'll kind of bring it'll bring more attention to Seth's title reign. It's getting stale. It's getting like okay, like in the crazy part about it, even though he he is a champion, but like nobody was really looking forward to his match today. Like all out of the matches, all the matches that was there, like I think his might have been like the least match people was looking forward to outside of Bianca and Io.
Yeah.
But other than that, like everything else is like okay, So Seth is just there as a placeholder for the title. So
that's the thing. That's the thing about it.
All right, so Wrestling Soup, shout out to Wrestling Soup. It says, "I'll be there, bro. Chicago is hype for Punk and E." Yeah, I would hope so. You know what I'm saying? Like they constantly tease it. I know Impact. I'm sorry, TNA. They sent him a contract offer, so I don't know if he's going to accept that but I feel he'll accept that if he can't get back into WWE. But yeah, like that would definitely be something big.
And this is, I'm thinking about just like when I say stuff like that, I was never a fan of Punk. He's great, he's great on the mic. He does have good wrestling matches, but as a person, yeah, we all know the stories, we all know the behind the thing. But I'm thinking about it as a business person, like what makes it, you don't have to give them a long-term contract nowadays, man. Wrestlers don't have long-term contracts. Like
right.
wrestling has evolved from handshakes to guaranteed contracts to short-term contracts to part-time contracts.
Right.
Give him a part-time contract. That's all he needs. Punk, unless Punk wants a full-time contract like Edge, I get it, but for his mind and for everybody's mindset, and I'm talking about mental health, we need him as a part-timer because he won't be stressing about other people. Oh snap, Reezy spoke to Lita. That's what's up. What's up? But yeah, that's how I think about it. But they should. I feel like they should have just gave Drew the title. Hopefully, they should have gave Drew the title, or hopefully, Survivor Series they spice it up for what's his name? They spice it up for Seth's title reign because, like you said, it's getting stale.
Right. All right, let's move to the next match. All right, so the next match we had that the Fatal 5-Way, which was a real good match.
Yeah.
What had me confused? So Rhea comes out with like this crow-like face makeup. So she had all the guys from Saudi come out and form a line. So I'm like, okay, what's about to happen? And she just comes out and just walks out in between. I'm like, so what's the purpose of them coming out? Like I was so confused.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. But other than that, it was a decent match. The finish was actually good. She slammed Zoe Stark with the Riptide on top of.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I said, what the hell?
Yeah,
man. I know Raquel's back was there.
Yeah, they
beaming after that.
Shayna was at the bottom of all that, so I was like, damn, Shayna.
Hey, who got pinned? I forgot. I forgot who got pinned. Shayna?
She got pinned because Raquel was on top of
Shayna.
And then then Rhea hit Zoe with the Riptide on top of Raquel and Shayna.
Man, they're doing Shayna dirty, man. Well, after she just,
Yeah.
I think that was Ronnie's call. That was Ronnie's call to get her over before she left. So I get it. I get that part. But
but at the same time, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to just they're slow burning with Shayna. Like, they kind of tease her a little bit, but then it was a Fatal 5-Way, so off that impact, like I wouldn't expect her to kick out. But outside of this match, like she's actually been on a nice little win streak. Even though she only person she really fought was like Zoe Stark, and I believe maybe one other person since Ronda. But I think they're doing better with her than Vince would have, because with Vince she wouldn't have even been in that Fatal 5-Way match. So all right. Wrestling Soup says, do you think all those dudes coming out with her was some kind of cultural reference we didn't get?
Honestly, go ahead. What you about to say?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was so confused because, like I said, I'm like, okay, Rhea got all these guys coming out, and then she just comes out and they just stand there. I'm like, so it's like, is it some kind of Undertaker Druid kind of thing? Like
that's what I thought. Yeah. Hey, no, it was crazy. I was in Ant's space and we was watching, and he was like, we were just talking about the Prince, right? He was like, is the Prince coming out? Because we thought it was the Prince of Saudi, so we thought it was coming out. But I did see on Twitter, I wish I knew the guy the credit to give him the credit of what he said, but it made sense. So them coming out, his theory is them coming out means that a woman is dominant in their country.
Right.
That's what they meant. I think that does make sense, because you know how they're always talking about Ripley is mommy this, mommy that. Mommy's always on top. She's the dominant. She's the leader. Now they're saying that she's not the leader of Judgment Day. They flip and flop on us right now. But I think that's what it was, and I wish I could have gave that guy credit. But yeah, I think that's showing that all the guys are like stepping aside or kneeling for her to come out as the dominant woman.
I could see that too, but she is the leader of Judgment Day. They're kind of just. I think that they're not trying to make it official, but she literally is, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Because even after after Damien was like, hey, there's no leader, right? So who put you in charge of making matches? So she was like, you take care of problems, right? So that's what we're gonna do. And he was like, oh, okay. So she's like, well, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on, you know what I'm saying? So she is the leader because she pulls the string. She honestly is the only voice that's saying something. Finn is like in the background, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Only person that kind of challenges or questions anything she does is Priest. But then after that, as a bloodline term, he falls in line and does exactly what she said.
Yeah. With that, let me see.
Wrestling Soup says, right, a dominant woman in Saudi would be a cultural reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense. I mean, I guess. I mean, but it was kind of cool at a point, and then it's like you was confused for a second. Like if they would have done some Undertaker, I hope they do something like that in WrestleMania for her this year or next year, like some Undertaker type shit. That shit would be so dope.
Right.
That'd be so dope. Talking about that, do you think Damian Priest is? I think we talked about this. Do you think he's gonna cash in and be successful?
No, I feel like he should cash in and have an unsuccessful cash in. And then at some point later on, win the belt legitly, like in an actual match, if you're gonna give it to him, but not to have him cash in, win it that way. And even today, like when he tried to cash in today, I was like, he's not gonna cash in, like because Seth is not really hurt. Like he had a grueling match, but he's not hurt to the point where you're like, all right, well, Priest gonna dominate him and win. So I was like, yeah, something's gonna happen. And then the fact that Priest was talking to the ref, he had his back turned for a while. I'm like, okay, yeah, so something's about to happen. And when Sammy came and attacked him, I was like, yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, they was waiting for the cue. I think it would have been smart. This would have been a perfect Drew turn, heel turn if he would have, pop, and then then here comes Damian. But why I said that is because let's say he did cash in and he is successful. Now you have two world heavyweight champions in the same faction. So now who is the leader?
Yeah, now that will have you questioning the leader of it. But then you'll have Drew. I mean, you'll have Priest with the heavyweight title and the tag titles. Like he would have too many titles, and I don't see that for him per se. So I think in order for him to cash in, he would have to lose the tag titles first. So therefore, it can be because him with 3 belts is like, all right, that's you know what I'm saying. Not for somebody like him.
Yeah. But overall, the second match was not bad. I'm in the Fatal 5-Way. I wish we saw more of people dominating Nia Jax but Nia Jax looked so good today. I ain't gonna lie, man. I said, what the hell? They really did something to her. She really did train because she looked so good, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah, Sean definitely has a thing for Nia. He makes it clear how he feels about her.
Yeah, that's whew. Yeah. That's it. But yeah, I think they should have shown more dominance for like Raquel and Rhea and all the ones that are all the powerhouse. That was a whole powerhouse though. All of them were powerhouse, to be honest.
Right.
Shayna's was like probably the lightest of all of them. But
yes, and I think Shayna and Zoe's not really a powerhouse, honestly. She's like a she's not a. I would say she's more.
I mean, she looked like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, she does look like a bodybuilder. Yeah,
she built like one. So that's why I say like that. Like, but I mean, if they would have showed more of that, I mean, to be honest, that's a heavyweight. That's a heavy. If they had like a division for women's, you had like the featherweight, middleweight, like heavyweight. That was a heavyweight match. That was a heavyweight wrestling match for the world title. That was a heavyweight match. What we saw, well, Bianca heavyweight too. I would consider Bianca heavyweight too. But man, it's getting good. I think right now the Raw has the better woman division over than SmackDown, because SmackDown you only have Bayley, you have Sky, Dakota when she comes back. You have I ain't gonna tease. I ain't gonna spoil yet because we ain't get there yet. We ain't get to that match yet. Then you have Charlotte, and then you have
and we know Jay's going to SmackDown. There's no question behind it.
Yeah, and then you got Shotzi. See, they did not. They don't got that. They got the leftover, the leftover woman division. And I think they should even it out. Man, it's getting there though. It's getting there.
But and even what's those two girls? Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. You got even though they haven't had matches, but they're there. You know what I'm saying? And then even on Raw, like outside of like we said, the top 5 that was in that match.
Oh
Everybody
yeah,
else.
Becky. Yeah, Becky.
Well, Becky's on Raw. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got Becky. Yeah, Becky on Raw. You got Becky. You got the what's the girl that wants to fight Becky, but she's just waiting the time. She's from China.
Xia Li.
Yeah.
You
Then
know.
you got Indy. You got Indy. You got Candice. You got what's her name? The girl from NXT that came up too. That is what's her name? What's Bret Hart's niece's name again?
Oh, Natalia.
Yeah. You see, that's what I'm saying. You got a bunch. You got a stack Raw, and then you have a little bit of SmackDown. So I think they should send some to SmackDown. Sarah Logan.
And even the 2 girls from NXT. The I can't think of their name. The tag team chicks.
The one with like the cool eyes. Like she has like.
I can't think of her name.
I can't think of her name either.
Her name. But yeah, even those 2, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so Raw is definitely stacked with women. So yes, that's why I feel like I can definitely see, Jade going to SmackDown to making more of an impact there instead of, going on Raw. Even if she goes to Raw, she'll make an impact, but she'll make a bigger impact on SmackDown with less competition. What was the next match? Logan and Ray.
That's
that match is okay. Now, what's interesting about that is Santos screwing Ray out of the belt.
How though? He's trying to protect him though. How?
Right. But you took the brass knuckles and you leave it on the apron.
I did not see that. That's the thing. I thought he put it in his pocket or something. I did not see him put it in the apron.
He picked it up, and when he chased the other guy away, he put it on the apron and he chased. And I'm like, why would he put it on the apron? And I'm like, okay, Logan's gonna get it. And as soon as he got set up for the 619, Logan grabbed it. I'm like, yeah, Santos definitely set up Ray. And I wonder if they're gonna address it on if Ray gonna confront him on SmackDown, like, yo, like, why would you put the brass knuckles back in the ring?
I feel it's too soon, man. I feel like it's too soon. Or maybe for LWO to grow, they need it without Ray. What you think?
You said the LWO without Ray?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they now if you don't leave, even though Ray's kind of like lost in the shuffle as it is, and then with Carlito's joining, I think that they're okay because Hakeem Wiles and whatever the other guy, I forgot they changed his name to, but they don't really do anything, or they're not really shown with LWO like that. So so right now you technically the LWO is Zelina, Santos, Ray, and Carlito, so Wrestling Soup said be fat now for her business though. Now, also, and that's interesting because I feel that it made sense when B-Fab was like, "Hey, let me talk to you," because they're feuding with the LWO. LWO has Zelina, so she probably tell him like, "Yo, you got LWO has Zelina. Let me come and try to eliminate that or make it fair." Now that it makes sense for B-Fab to be with them because of the fact that without Hit Row, like she really has nothing. She hasn't really nothing, and then now similar to how Maxine left the Maximum Male Models and went with Alpha Academy, and she's thriving. So I think that's a smart move for B-Fab because typically everybody would say, "Oh, put Bianca with them," but Bianca's still technically a baby face, so they don't kind of want to bring her over there. So B-Fab is definitely the perfect person to put with them.
Yeah, that's like when what's her name? Trinity joined Usos, remember? How she was like still she a baby face, but because of the Usos were heel at the time, it would I don't think Bianca should be at her business just yet. I think Jade or B-Fab. Was it Fab B or B-Fab? B-Fab. What's the other guy's name? The one that didn't get fired?
Ashanti the Adonis.
You think he would join?
I mean, I I can see him joining it, but then like he would have to go through like a complete character change. Like he'd have to do a complete 180 because he wouldn't fit with them currently constructed.
Yeah. Let's say let's go back to let's do fantasy booking. Let's say that after Roman Reigns loses a title, the bloodline, for right now takes a leave of absence. You know, everybody's doing their own thing. Solo is, let's say he gets a kayfabe injury, and you just got Jimmy doing his own thing, you got Jay doing his own thing. Now it's time for all the other factions to see who's the top. I think that's when the Hurt Business goes on top. You got Bobby could fight with Cody for the title. You have so many options for them. If you add another guy, you add the dude with BFAB, and that's like, that's a 4-man and a woman. That's, they can face the LWO, the Brute Brawlers. That's what it's called, right? Brute Brawlers.
Or the Brawling Brutes.
Yeah, Brawling Brutes. Yeah, Brawling Brutes. You have a lot of stuff that you could do with them. After, it's just after Roman Reigns. I think after Roman Reigns loses the title, and I'm a Roman Reigns fan, and I think I love this title range, and I know, and a lot of people might not agree. It has meaning to it because he's trying to beat the records. We haven't seen records. We haven't seen these records in almost 40 years or 50 years. So after that's done, I think everything in WWE is gonna get good under Triple H because now he could, all Vince McMahon stuff is gone. Because the only thing that's still Vince McMahon is Roman Reigns' title reign. Let's be honest.
Right.
After that, everything is gone. Everything, and now it's everything for Triple H to take control of everything. So I hope we see something because, man, like I said, man, the Hurt Business or whatever they call it now, they need something. They need something bad. They need a change because it's about to get stale, just like Seth Rollins' title reign.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So Wrestling Soup says, you think Bray is winding down, maybe looking to go home soon?
Man, he hit 50 already. He's in the 50s, man. He's about Chris Jericho's type of age. Like, you could tell by his body, man. Like, you could tell, like, the dude is 175. He's 5'6", 175. If I'm 175, I'm fat. This man is, he built, but you could tell he's still fat with the belly.
Right.
So I mean, it's one, all them injuries, man. It's time.
I mean, I can see him winding down, but I also feel like he may not be, they may save him having matches for like special occasions. Like he may, be backstage, or he'll be more talking, or just be on camera more so than actually having actual matches. So I can see them doing that as well.
Would you say let's say he has one last run, would you make him a villain because he has never been a villain since WCW.
He hasn't.
So would you play him as a villain? I think I want to see. It's like Jeff Hardy always wanted to see him as a villain. We had like a stint in TNA, but it wasn't all that great. But Rey Mysterio as a villain, something different, something brand new. I mean, would WWE do it? Well, in the Triple H era, the Common Sense era, they could, but a lot of people love Rey Mysterio, so it's hard for them to turn on him.
All right, so I'm gonna let you answer this one from Wrestling Soup. So he says, does Ray stay with WWE as a lifer, like a road agent?
Ooh. I think he will until they release him, and then he will go to AEW or some other place. So yeah, I think he would.
Me personally, so apparently, like, you can't predict anything because every people who you felt or you feel like, what I'm saying, that will stay in WWE for you, who will be a WWE lifer, like Edge and guys like that, obviously the AEW, or even Ric Flair, like, just signed a multi-year deal with AEW. Then it was a report that Ant said that he was cleared by AEW doctors to take bumps, and then there was an article saying that he wants to take a table bump, and I'm like, Rick, come on.
Go Rick.
But I also feel like Ray would be a lifer just because Dominic is with WWE. So I think he would stay with WWE just because Dominic's there. Now, if Dominic wasn't there, then I think he would be open to probably going somewhere else and things like that. But just because Dominic's there, I think he would stay just from that aspect.
So let's do fantasy booking again. Let's say because Dominic Mysterio is not bad. It's not a bad wrestler.
He's gotten way better,
and his character is getting a little bit better. His mic work is getting a little bit better. He still has that little boy's voice, but with practice, and like he's only in his early 20s. Like he's not even 25. He's like 20, 22, 23, around 24, around that area. So, like you said, man, and Ray's probably like in his late 40s, about early 50s. I don't know. I'm not sure if I think he's 50, I think. But I think Rey Mysterio would tune him up, because all to be honest, all Dominic needs is to get a little bit more muscle and a little bit more of that mic, and he's already would be a mid card, or even he would even be in the, they would give him what they did with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. They would give him the world heavyweight title and see where he runs, if he because it's his ring work is not that bad. Right. His ring work is better than anybody that I've seen in like the Indies or in the AEW or even NXT. For a beginner, it's in his blood, but just to be thrown into the wolves, just to be thrown and swimming with the sharks, he's doing a fantastic job. And that's my opinion.
Right. So Jesse Hunter says, thanks for joining in, Jesse. I think WWE needs to give Logan Paul a good run with the U.S. title. That's interesting. I think that I think they rewarded him for his in-ring work and the fact that he takes it serious, and he's impressed a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So now the interesting thing about this whole aspect of Logan Paul winning the U.S. title, Logan Paul is drafted to Raw.
No, he's basically he is, isn't he?
Yes, he's on Raw. So now you have the U.S. title and Intercontinental title on Raw, which leaves technically no belt on SmackDown.
Are you sure? Are you sure he's not a free agent? Did they really draft him?
Yeah, he was drafted to Raw.
Because
think about it, because even the after he called out Ray, instead of him going to SmackDown, the very next week he showed up on Raw, and he was talking about what he's gonna do, and the only reason he was on SmackDown was for the weigh-in, but outside that he is a Raw superstar. So now you have the U.S. title on Raw. You have the Intercontinental title on Raw.
All right. So right now it says that they made it clear that since he wasn't drafted, he is considered a free agent.
Hold on, let me go. Nah, I could have sworn he was, because when he was drafted, I was like, wait a minute, how is Logan Paul on Raw, but he's so I'm like, so is he gonna be there full time? Because that same thing would happen with Trish.
No, Trish got drafted to Raw.
Right, and so did Logan. Hold on, let me look and see. I'm about to go to. All right, so boom. Okay, so round 2. Okay, Raw. Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Bronson Reed, Otis, and Chad Gable, Katana Chase, and Kaden Carter. That's the 2. All right, so then.
Oh yeah, that's their names.
Knox. Night 2, Cody. Imperium, Riddle, Drew, Miz, Shinsuke, Indy. Eric Ivar, Valhalla, Dexter Loomis, Cancel Ray, Marseille, Mansoor, Maxine Dupree, Zoe Stark, Jacob McDonough, Apollo Crews, Natalia, Sonya Deville, Chelsea Green. Oh, I know for a fact he was drafted to Raw. We go back and look at this again. All right, so boom. So Rhea, Seth, Sami Zayn, all right, Judgment Day, Living with Xavier, New Day, Trish, Ronda Ricochet, Bronson Reed, Alpha Academy, Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Raw got Nick, Kyo Cesaro, Angel Garza, Linda Shear, Nikki Cross, Odyssey Jones, Piper Niven, Riddick Moss, Tegan Knox, and Zia Lee. Cody, Becky, Riddle, Drew, Miz, Shinsuke, Indy. Well, maybe he wasn't. I could have sworn he was drafted to Raw.
See, I don't remember. I barely remember the draft. That shit was like a while ago, and they didn't even make it like stick. So it's like they're trying to. Triple H is trying to. I'll give you that. Triple H is trying so hard, but sometimes it's like, who's who?
Okay, maybe I was wrong. I could have sworn he was drafted to Raw, and I was when it happened, I was confused. Like, wait a minute, that means he's. Okay, so I take that back. So maybe. Okay, so maybe Logan Paul. Well, maybe he's gonna be on SmackDown then. I could have sworn he was to Raw.
All right, let's go back to that question. Yeah, I think they should do a run. I think I honestly he's just gonna do a part-time run. I mean, I think that's his contract part-time. A good probably show up at SmackDown twice a month. Every pay-per-view he'd probably be there until he lose it. And I think this run is gonna be a short run. I'll give it the max 2 months, the minimum 1 month.
But you know this too. It's also based off of popularity and to bring more eyes. I kind of feel like it's not going to be a lengthy run, but it's not. I think it's going to be more than 2 months at least. At least they're gonna try to push him at least until the Rumble or Mania because of the fact that obviously Logan Paul is a social media megastar, and with him flaunting the title on social media and going, people are gonna be like, wait a minute, he got a belt? Oh shoot, let me tune in and see what's going on, or what belt he got, or what see what he's doing. So it's gonna start bringing more eyes to it, and then like you said, then you give him a marquee match as a champ going into Mania. It's like, oh shoot, he's fighting Bad Bunny, for instance, at Mania. Like, oh shoot, Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny. Like, oh, I want to see this. I want to see how this.
Would you want to see that though? To megastar, all right. Mainstream, yes, perfect. Mainstream, perfect. You get Bad Bunny fans and you get Logan fans, but as a wrestling fan, it's like me and you, a bunch of wrestling fans. Do you really want to see that match at WrestleMania? Well, for the title, I would want to see it, yeah, but for the title,
right? Yeah, I wouldn't want to see it for the belt. Now, yeah, like you said, I mean, now, granted, would we really want to see it? Probably not. But would they put on a hell of a match? Absolutely.
I think it would work if you add one wrestler. Let's just make it a triple threat. You get Logan comes in as the champion. You have Bad Bunny, the potential for him to be the champion. Um, Bad Bunny is the bigger star, so he would not get pinned. You have Logan get pinned by, let's say,
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory, yeah, Austin Theory, or no, I heard Theory's going back to NXT. Grayson, Grayson. Who was another person? Santos, Carlito. I'm trying to think. KO.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about mid cards, man. I don't want to see Bobby Lashley there. I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
Not with them.
he doesn't.
Sheamus. No, Sheamus too powerful. What's his name? Not Sheamus. Butch or his tag team partner. Somebody like that. Like something like that. Or no, New Day is Triple H.
All right, so Wrestling Soup says Triple H got his power back from Ari Emanuel, who disposed Vince from creative about a few weeks ago. And he says he's probably trying to rebuild everything Vince undid. And then just exactly, Logan Paul is a popularity, and he could make it to Mania. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I can definitely see him holding on to Mania just to bring more eyes to it. And they're gonna be in Philly. Like, even though Philly is depending on what they got going on around the time. But
Who is that? Who is that?
You know who it is.
Who is that? Hey, look. Hey, go back to the beginning, man. No. Look, go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning.
Y'all know why I'm here.
Look, go. Hey,
y'all know
DJ
why I'm
Face.
here.
This is the idiot, DJ Face.
Y'all know why I'm here.
DJ Face. This is the idiot that can't pronounce faction. This is the idiot.
Y'all know why I'm here.
That thinks the run is solo. No, I'm not having this.
Y'all know why I'm here.
Look, I'm not having this shit.
Y'all know why I'm here.
This shit, Travis, because I'm not trying to embarrass
y'all know why I'm here.
In live.
Y'all know why I'm here.
As they say,
y'all know why I'm here.
Jim Ross would say, business just picked up.
Yes, sir. You know it did.
The big
y'all know why I'm here.
Big Bad Wolf. Hey, hold on. Hey, I'm about to transform, but hey, I'm about to transform.
Y'all know why I'm here. Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Jay? How you doing today?
What's going on, Trav?
How you doing, brother? I just stopped in to say what's up to everybody. I seen Solo have a solo match today. Pretty good.
Look,
I still haven't seen Jimmy in solo competition. And
look, I already.
I'm talking to Jay, bro. I'm talking to Jay, bro. I'm talking to Jay. Hey, we saw Jimmy at the bloodline today, right? We saw Jimmy with the bloodline, right? Yeah, we did. Hey, was he in the singles competition today? Nah, he wasn't.
He's still a solo.
Hey, but what I really like though, hey,
Jimmy is a solo competitor. So shut the hell up because the fans don't agree with you.
Hey, you don't agree, but I'm talking to Jay, bro. I'm talking to Jay.
Jay.
I'm talking to Jay. I'm talking to Jay.
Let's ask this question right now, Trav. We're live right now. Jay, is Jimmy a solo competitor? Yes or no?
As of right now, yes, Jimmy is a solo competitor.
Thank you.
Okay, now stop right there. Wait. Don't stop. Wait. Stop right there. Stop right there. No. Stop right there.
Viewers. Is Jimmy a solo competitor? Yes or no?
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Yes or no?
Right, go ahead,
hey, Jay, you said he is, right?
You're breaking up.
You say he's a singles competitor right now.
You're breaking up.
You say he's a singles competitor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Jesse said he's a singles competitor, right?
So Jesse disagrees. Jesse thinks he's not a solo competitor. So Jesse, why do you think he's not a solo competitor?
And Jesse,
Jay,
Jesse,
you agree, right?
Jesse,
Jay,
and Jesse. You know what a solo competitor is when they split from a tag team. You could be a solo competitor in a faction.
Jay, can I ask you a question? So this guy with this wolf mask on, he posted in the group Jimmy's run, his whole entire run, who he's fought, right? Jimmy has had 3 single matches since the split. Since three of them. How does that make you a singles competitor?
He had 2 tag team matches.
I said single matches, not tag team. No.
Yes,
he had okay. Let's agree. Let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. He had Carl Anderson, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. That is it. That is it. Name the other 2. Name the other 2. Name the other 2. Name the other 2 matches. Name the other 2 matches.
Go to the group chat and show the pictures that I show you.
Name the other 2 matches.
I will.
Hey, he said Jay. He fought Jay. He fought AJ, Carl Anthony, Carl Anderson, and he fought LA Knight. He ain't fought nobody else in 3 months.
I will right now.
3 months, right?
I will right now.
3 months, right? 3 months, right? 3 months, right?
Okay.
3 months, right? I'm trying to talk to you, Jay. He won't be quiet. I'm trying to talk to you. He had 3 matches in the last 3-4 months.
What does it say right there? How many matches right there? What's it say?
All right, so here's why I feel that Jimmy's in a solo run. Because he's not linked to a tag team. Yes, he's in a faction with the Bloodline, but he's not a tag team. Like, he had 1 tag match with Solo, but he hasn't really wrestled, honestly. Like, he's been more so there for, I guess, comedy relief and just for promos. But
to stay on the island of relevancy, that's why he's there.
Right. You know what I'm
saying? Look.
Right. There we go.
Trav,
right.
Look, Trav. Why is he not a solo competitor?
Hold on.
Okay, so you asked. Let me answer that, Jay. Let me answer. Jay, let me answer that question. He said, "Why is he not a solo competitor?" Here's why Jimmy is not a solo competitor.
What is your definition?
I'm
not gonna let you. I'm gonna let you talk. But I'm gonna just make it clear. So I'm gonna let you clear so that you don't be like, "Oh, this is what I said," and then you go turn around and drive in circles. Make your points right, make them facts, and have your facts.
Ask the question. Ask the question. Ask the question. Ask the question. Ask the question.
Have your
ask the question.
And it better
ask
be
the
right.
question.
It better have
ask
proof.
the question. Ask the question.
Hey, it better have proof, all right? Because you just
ask the question.
Beep. You already
ask
heard the
question.
You already heard the question.
No, I didn't. You didn't ask it. No, ask the question. You said, why is he a solo? Okay, so let me tell you why he's not a solo competitor.
Look, why are you asking this?
That's
again
because you said,
stop lying. Now answer the question.
Hear me. Let him get his point. Go ahead, Trav.
So you asked, why is he not a solo competitor? Because when you are a solo competitor, you're John Cena, you're Cody Rhodes, you're guys like that. You're guys.
Hey,
wait, no, can I finish?
No,
let me finish. 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 Let me finish.
Does that make sense, Jay?
You won't let me finish. You just being retarded and talking. Wait, listen. Shut the fuck up and listen. Listen. Shut the fuck up and listen. Excuse my language.
Retarded.
If you are a solo competitor, you are out there each and every night. You're fighting each and every night. You're putting on the show by yourself. No fraction, no tag team, no nothing. You're one-on-one every single night, and you're lining yourself up to put yourself in position to fight for a title, U.S. Intercontinental, WWE World Heavyweight title. Jimmy is not. Jimmy is not doing that. Jimmy is literally being.
You already said enough.
Being Roman Reigns, bitch. That's what he's doing right now.
Let me correct you.
No, you can't correct.
Let me correct you now. You just said that you need to, for a solo run, you need to go for the championship title.
I said, hold on.
So and Jesse says Jimmy is better suited with helping Roman keep the title and assisting the Bloodline. His brother Jay has on lock.
but that does not
So,
mean that he's not
what-
a solo.
what I'm saying-
Listen.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
I've already gave you. I already talked. You already talked. Listen, you just said that they need to go in and out. You know, they need to wrestle in and out every night, every SmackDown, so that to clarify that it's a single run, right? Okay, let's
A
talk
solo
about
run. Solo run.
Solo run. A
Solo run.
Solo run. Single run. Same shit. Do you know what the difference
No,
is? Solo
no.
means one.
Singles run is
Single
different.
means one.
Singles
Solo
mean
means
one.
Single means
Single,
one.
wait.
Single one-on-one. Single
In
one-on-one.
wrestling,
Single one-on-one.
singles,
No, it
you can
doesn't.
be a single competitor inside of a tag team
I
or
said
a
single
faction.
run. I said a single run. No, if you wanna be your let's go with Trav's terms as a solo run. A solo run. Nobody said a solo run. Everybody said a single run. He's a single competitor. Nobody said he's a solo competitor.
He's not. He's not a singles competitor.
He's not a competitor. Look, no, shut up. You already talked. You already talked.
He's not singles matches.
You already talked, Trav. Let me talk now. Look, you just said
Yeah, okay. He has single matches. At the end of the day,
Is Roman Reigns fighting every SmackDown?
that's different.
Oh, that's different. You
can't use Roman Reigns. You can't use Roman Reigns.
Is Bailey fighting every SmackDown?
I'm not saying. That's where your mind doesn't go past. I'm not saying. Wait. I'm not saying you have to fight every night. Wait. I'm not.
That's what he said.
Oh my God! This is why I can't talk to you. I said
you
you putting yourself in position to win a title. So each and every night you're going out there by yourself and winning matches by yourself.
And now you're saying that they have to have a position. Let's go back to DX. DX had Billy Gunn, had Road Dogg, the Outlaws, had X-Pac, had Triple H, and had China. Who is X-Pac going? He wasn't going for no title, but he was still a single competitor. Triple H, he was at the time, he was going for the Intercontinental, and then you had the Road Dogs. But X-Pac was in a single competitor position, and he didn't have no title. He wasn't looking for a title. Jimmy has a title. Jimmy is a single competitor. Jimmy has his own theme song. He split from a tag team. Now he's in a faction. A faction can have single runs, you idiot. Nobody has to have a title to be in a single run.
Would you listen? Okay, so you listen to me, you idiot. Listen to the question. Listen to this. So you bring up X. Let's go back to D-Generation X, right? All right. So you bring them up, right? That's a good point. You got a good point. I'm not like you. I'm not afraid to admit when somebody got a good point.
No, this is the first time.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Wait. Be quiet. Let's go back to Legacy. All right. Let's look at Legacy. Or better yet, what was Triple H? What was it? Triple H, Randy Orton. Who was it? God damn it! It's at the tip of my tongue. Triple H with Ric Flair. Evolution, right? Let's look at Evolution, right? So when Triple H was going on those runs and he won the title, and then Randy won the title, right? I can agree. That was singles competition. I can agree. What's the name that you talked about in DX was on a singles competition. But when you have a guy that is literally getting orders from to go out and to take out a guy and to hold up what his brother was doing because his brother is no longer there. When you got a guy that's doing that and he's not, and wait, no, be quiet, listen, be quiet, be quiet. What he's saying, be quiet, listen.
Unless you're breaking up.
Be quiet. Okay, so when you got a guy that's going through that situation and he's literally not going out and he's literally not going out by himself and doing his own thing, just because you got your own theme music doesn't make you a singles competitor. That doesn't make you a singles competitor. I mean, hey, well, no, right? You can't keep your own music because of the simple. If we go back and we think about the Shield, look how long it took to get Roman his own music after the Shield. We're 10 years almost through with the Shield, and Roman's just getting his single, and he's just getting his music. But he was a singles competitor the moment they broke them up. Oh, well, no, not the moment, but a couple days after they broke up, after he had a couple tag team fights with with John Moxley. So what I'm trying to tell you is no. I'm not saying that he can't I'm not saying he can't be a singles competitor. I'm saying WWE hasn't lined him up yet to be a singles competitor. Right now, he's holding on to Roman's coattail to be on the island of irrelevance. And whenever they decide to give him his shine, he will be a singles competitor. Do I think he'll be good? That's my opinion. I don't care.
Look. Can I talk now? Can you unmute me now? Am I on mute? Look. You was breaking up, Trav. So hopefully people heard your point. All right, I get what you're saying there. But I'm gonna give you another example. If he has his own theme song, because Jay has his own theme song. Jay doesn't have Jimmy's theme song. Jay doesn't have a solo theme song. You know, he doesn't have Roman Reigns' theme song. The Bloodline doesn't even have a theme song. Well, the Bloodline is Roman Reigns' theme song, right? And let's get an example. The Wyatt family. The Wyatt family had 4 guys. Bray and Roman were single competitors. They weren't a tag team. You had the other 2. You had Harper and Eric as the tag team. So what he's saying is it's confusing, and it's and WWE is confusing people. But right now, he's not in a tag team, so he's in a solo competitor. He's not in a solo push. After he leaves the Bloodline, maybe they give him a solo push, like they did with Chad Gable. But he said he only fought 3 people. I'm gonna name the guys that he has fought. I'm gonna name the guys that Jimmy has fought. Jimmy has fought AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, LA Knight, and he fought LA Knight again. That's 4. And who was it he has fought? And he only had 1 tag team match after the split and a 6-man tag. 1 tag team match and after the 6-man tag. What is Jimmy then? If he's not a solo competitor, if he's not in a tag team competition, but he has more than solo competition, what is he?
All right, so hold on.
He is a guy holding on to the Bloodline that is trying to stay relevant. Just because you go out there, wait. You asked a question. I'm answering. I'm answering. Be quiet. Listen.
I wasn't asking you. Read the message right there, bro. He's answering. They're answering it.
So, all right. So, real quick. All right. So, Wrestling Soup says, is he going for a singles title? If he's an active competitor for any singles title, then he would be a singles competitor.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Him? How are y'all defending him? That doesn't make
sense. Because it's not defending me. It's not defending me.
Then why is Bray Wyatt, my bad. Bray Wyatt was not going for a title at the time when they first started, but he was still doing single competitor position. Do you guys understand what a single competitor is?
Okay, so let me break something down to you. Let me break something down to you so we can get this clear. Let me talk. I heard you. Let me talk. I heard you out. Hear me out. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. When you're in a singles competition, you're not doing it just because. Wait a minute. You're not doing it just because, Henry. What I'm trying to tell you is will be a singles competitor soon. I think it's going to come up to the point where you're going to be right in that scenario. And I feel like he's going to go for a title. But right now,
I'm talking to Jess in the soup. Let me get you this straight up. So if he's not going for a title, then he's not a single competitor. Let's get the example. Bailey is not a single competitor.
Who?
Bobby Lashley is not a single competitor.
I'm trying to tell you the answer to this question.
Trav, I'm talking to
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But they're gonna take a minute to answer.
No, just
I'm not gonna shut up. I'm not gonna shut up.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. The audience is telling you you're wrong.
You him like you need mine.
All right, hold on. We got all right, Henry, what you got? All right, so you're asking the question for Wrestling Soup and Jesse, right?
Exactly. So you're asking. So let me get to say. You're saying Bailey is not a singles competitor. You're saying Santo is not a single competitor. You're saying who else? Who else we talked about, Jay? He's not a single competitor.
Actually, I think you mentioned Bobby. Who else did we talk about earlier?
Okay, can I ask you a question? I got one question. Is Sami Zayn right now? A singles competitor? Yes or no?
Yeah, because he split from his tag team partner.
Okay.
You idiot.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna prove a point to you, Aaron. All right, so let's watch this. Watch this. Wait. Watch this. Right now, do you consider Damian Priest a singles competitor?
No.
Yes, I would. Well, he's in a tag team right now with the tag team titles, but you can't do with that one because he has a tag team title.
Right.
Wait. But he just had a singles match against Cody, right?
But does he have a tag team title?
Yes, he does. But wait. But I'm getting what I'm trying to get you to understand is your point. Wait. Yes. Wait. Let me finish.
He is a single. Okay. He is a single. Okay. Because you got Finn Balor and you have Damian Priest. They're in a faction, but they're both single competitors. They just did that for the tag team. They did that for a tag team run. They're not a tag. They're Judgment Days. Trap. Get this into your fucking thick skull. You idiot.
It's not gonna get there. It's not gonna get there. Hey, chill out with the name calling on live though, for real. Chill out with the name calling on live.
You started
on the live. I don't do it on live, bro. We can do it in the chat. Chill out on the live though. Chill out on the live. Chill out on the live. Chill out on the live. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't gonna chill.
Okay. All right.
You started.
Hey, I hope this show PG Jay when I start up now. Because I will start up. I'm gonna ask you to chill out and just talk. We having a conversation. So I'm asking you, is Damian Priest if Damian Priest is a singles competitor? Is he a singles competitor? You said no at first, and then you switched back and said yes. But I backtrack. What I'm trying to get you to understand is when you're in a fraction and you're working your way faction. When you're in a faction and you're working your way through it, and you're being okay. So look at it this way: Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic.
Okay, whatever, man. I'm not trying to pronounce their names proper. Is he a singles competitor?
Yes.
Okay, so now what I'm trying to tell you is you can be in a faction, you can be in a tag team, and you can be a solo competitor. But what puts you in that category? Wait. Now listen to what I'm telling you. Now what puts you in that category?
You and what puts you?
So listen.
In that competition.
So listen.
I already heard you. What puts you in that is because you're facing the title. No, it does not.
My God.
I disagree with you. Jay,
can you listen?
Jay,
can you listen? Jay, can you get him to listen for a second? Can you get him to listen for a second?
1 second, guys. All right, so Wrestling Soup kind of put in perspective. He says, I think you guys are splitting hairs. If they're not in competition for a belt, it doesn't mean that they can't be in a title hunt. All love for everyone here, fun back and forth. And then he says, was everyone that wanted the 24/7 title a singles competitor? I mean, random people won the title.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one because you got to think about it. That title, me and Scott talked about that title.
Yeah, that's like the
me and Scott talked about that title, and that title had been won 200 some odd times over the course of like 2 years. No, I think it was like 211. We said 211 because I know we said that R-Truth had won the title 53 times. So it was like 200 something. But what I'm trying to get you to understand here is like, I'm not saying that Jay can't be a solo competitor. He will be a solo competitor in the future when they write him to fight his brother.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But what I'm trying to tell you is that right there in WWE, if you look at WWE, if you look at Google, it's calling Jimmy competition right now a solo competition. He's calling a single I'm not saying this, bro. I'm looking at it on Google. I'm looking at it on WWE.com. That's what I'm trying to say.
Can I ask you a question? Hear it. All right, this is our subject. Do you watch basketball?
Yes, I do watch basketball.
Did you see the ESPN top 75 list?
Yeah.
This is our subject.
I can't.
Did you see it?
Yeah, now top 75.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Do you agree with it? Do you agree with
it? Sometimes no, but that's not it though.
Okay,
I can't agree on it. But look, I can't agree on it because I'm not a basketball player. You know, it's just like right now, me and you right now, we're talking about this, and to be honest, we don't know shit because we're not in the business. We're fans.
So what I'm trying to say,
I'm probably a longer fan than you, but you're a fan now. But what I'm telling you is that I've been watching wrestling since I was 5, bro. You just said you started watching wrestling.
All right, hold on. So
No, I never said that. Never said that. Don't lie like that. I never said that.
You did, but go ahead. But
I never said that.
Before you say something, Jay, this is what I'm trying to say is that I seen it on WWE.com and I seen it on a lot of websites that talk about wrestling that at least have more experience than me than wrestling, that they're saying Jimmy's run is a solo run right now, is a solo competition. Not that he's a solo push. He doesn't have a solo push. That's the difference that we're getting confused. I believe if you go for a title is a push. If you go for a title, they're putting the jetpacks on you and you're going for a push. Like Dominic, he went for a push for the NXT. He had a solo push on NXT because he's using the NXT title. But in the WWE, he's not having a solo push. He is a solo competitor. This is what I'm saying. What they said in WWE.com and what they're saying. Is he having a better, this is probably, you're going to love it. Is he having a better solo competition than Jay? No, not right now. But because Jay is a babyface and people don't like Jimmy. But is he having a good solo competition right now? His matches are decent. His matches are good. They're not bad at all. That's all I'm saying. I'm done, Trav. I'm done debating this shit conversation.
Okay, so Jay, let me get my final thoughts out after you say what you gotta say.
I want to know. So you use the analogy of the top 75. Like, all right, where were you going with that?
So what I was trying to say is, when you look at that top 75,
You're breaking up.
We can agree that. All right, so we can agree that. All right, hold on one second. I was saying, can you hear me now? All right, I was saying we can all agree that there were a lot of people left off that top 75 list, correct?
People that's on there that shouldn't be on there.
And there's people on there that shouldn't be on there. So what I'm saying is, I know you watching WWE and I know you watching other wrestling groups, but just like you said, there are people that put stuff out there that don't really know what they're talking about. And that's where I'm telling you is, I'm not saying you have to go for a title. I'm not saying that you have to do this and have to do that to be a singles competitor. What I'm saying is, when you're a singles competitor, when you're in singles competition, you're not holding on to nobody's coattail to drag you through the mud. And that's what he's doing. He had literally said himself, oh, well, I did it because I didn't want you to end up like Roman and then run right back to Roman.
No, yeah, I told you.
That's not, wait. Let me finish. And that's okay. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is, once he ran back to Roman and he ran back to the bloodline, the word singles competition went out the window, because we know that he won't get the chance to get a push, like you said, which I agree with you, get a push, like you said, to be better at a singles competition. I'm not saying that he's not going to be a singles competitor. I'm saying, as of right now, the way he's built, the way they have his storyline constructed, the way he's going, his deal right now is to be on Roman's coattail and to try to make the best run under that. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why they're doing that. And this is where I'm gonna give you credit. Once he gets through doing that, I'm gonna say December, or maybe early January. We're going to see Jimmy get what you've been saying the entire time: a great singles competitor run. They push to brighten our eyes and to open us up to be ready for a WrestleMania Jimmy versus Jay. And they got to do that because Jay has set the bar so high while he was injured that we are not going to like it if this Jimmy goes into WrestleMania. So that's why I've been trying to get you to understand the whole time, bro. It's not that he's not going to get there.
I get what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying. But this is what I'm trying to say to you.
1 second before you say Reezy. Shout out to King Reezy. Reezy, what's going on? You by far the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to. I heard some good stuff about you, man. I heard what we just heard, the breaking news. Yeah. I let Ant break the news to our fans. Take care of that. But Reezy, you are the man.
Yeah, just know that you're the man.
Shout out.
Hey, brother, I don't know you, but shout out to you. Whatever you did, brother, shout out to you, brother.
I'll put you on Trap. So what he got?
Yeah. I don't know, but shout out to you, brother.
Right, but this is what.
Hold on, everyone. 1 second. Trap. So you're trying to. So in your words, I'm not trying to paraphrase. So you feel that Jimmy is more of a henchman than a singles competitor right now, right?
As of right now, yes, but I think the singles competition is coming. I think it's coming, and I think it's gonna come faster than we expected. I think his singles competition gonna come just as fast as the turn came. Like you guys know I wasn't with the turn, and I'm still not, but I understand it now because of Jay's contract negotiation. So I'm just saying right now, he's a good henchman. He's a good smart man or whatever Roman called Paul Heyman. He's that good sidekick right now. He's a sidekick right now. He's Robin right now.
You're saying also before I say what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna ask you a question. So you say Solo is a henchman too?
So no. He's asking me, do I feel like he's a better henchman?
I'm asking you.
I don't want to say henchman because that means he's just that guy on the side.
Enforcer, right? So Enforcer is kind of like a henchman, right?
Well, okay. So are we gonna put Solo in that same sentence?
I'm just asking you.
I get it, but I'm just trying to clarify so I get a good understanding. Are we putting Solo in the same sentence as a henchman?
If you say anybody that's in the bloodline that's not Roman, that's what I'm saying. That you think that's a henchman, or just it's that what you're trying to say. That's what I want to make sure.
Okay, so Jay used the word henchman. I'm gonna use sidekick. I believe right now Solo and Jimmy are great sidekicks for Roman. I don't feel like they're henchmen because when we say henchmen, we automatically assume Paul Heyman. You know what I mean? I do.
So my definition of henchman. So my definition of henchman where it would be like let's use the term. Let's go back to like
when Seth had Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble.
Well, that and then also let's even go back to like cartoons like let's say Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? Like Shredder's his henchman was Bebop and Rocksteady. In Power Rangers, Lord Zed and Rita's henchman was Goldar.
The putties.
You know what I'm saying?
So Goldar. Yeah, I got you.
I don't feel like doing it. Go take care of my light work. You know what I'm saying? Go take care of that for me. So that's my definition of a henchman.
Okay, so everybody got a little different definition, but like I said, I believe they just are sidekicks. I believe. Okay, so using that language, look at Ninja Turtles. We know Leonardo was the leader, and everybody else followed. I feel like that's what's going on now,
right.
And I feel like at the end of the day, when Jimmy has his solo run, when he have his singles competition run, which I'm so ready for, because I hate what they doing with him because he's a lot better than what they putting him in.
You said Jay or
Jimmy.
Right.
I hate what they doing to him because I love Jimmy. I've told y'all that. I just like him better in tag team action. I think here's real deal. I'm going to have to eat my words on live and say I was wrong when they give it to him. But right now I can't eat my words until they give it to him, and they haven't gave it to him yet.
But all right, so now we clear that out because the argument was if Jimmy's gonna have a good run, that was the debate. But until like it's the same thing as CM Punk. Right now, CM Punk is not coming out. It's rumors. Man, my screen is froze, but I don't know why. But can y'all see me? Am I moving around?
You're not, but we can hear you.
All right, so this is why we're getting confused. I think this is what the debate is. I see it as like. When Randy Orton left, that's a solo push. I would always say that. What I think is a solo competition is because he split from Usos. Usos been in the tag team picture for almost 15, 13 years. They split up, or more than that, probably 15 years. They split up. Jimmy's doing his own thing. Jay's doing his own thing. Your terms is that if he's in the bloodline, then he's not a single competitor. My term is he split up from Usos. He split up from the Uso tag team. He has his own theme song. He's having more singles competitions than tag team competition, which doesn't make him a tag team, which makes him he's in a stable. To be honest, stable faction, same thing. That's the reason why we're getting confused. That's the reason why this argument's keeping going back and forth. I think you're thinking, well, right now he's still a sidekick. After he becomes a sidekick, then I can see his solo run. Can you still see me?
Yeah.
I don't know. My screen is messing up. All right, it finally got back to it. But that's what I'm saying. Trav, that because he is not in a tag team, he's not going for a tag team. If he's not he's not going for it. We're not going for tag team title, but if he's not in a tag team, a official tag team, that's what I think is a single. Now that let's say he can let's say Roman wants to, put him with something. Let's say like Sammy. Sammy before he became became in the bloodline. He wasn't officially in the bloodline, but let's say he and Jay won a tag team when they were in the bloodline. That's what I meant. Like that's what I'm saying. Is like when they split on a tag team, it's singles. They're only on singles. It's like it's the same thing as when Shawn Michaels and Marty, they split up. They both had singles competition. That's what I'm saying is his single competition. Does he have a solo push? No, he hasn't had a solo push until after he gets out of the bloodline. Do we know when? I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I agree with you. I've been trying to get that through there. I'm not arguing what you said here. I agree with you on a lot of stuff.
You was.
Well, I was arguing with you because, of course, I want the ratings. But at the same time, when we were in the groups, I was trying to get you to understand. Like, I'm not against you. I'm just trying to tell you where I stand. So basically, what it is that we have different definitions of singles competition, and it's fine. And that's what makes. That's what makes it good for debate, because when you got two people that have different definitions, that argument it heats up and it gets tense. So in all though, let's just be honest, man. I really do believe if they push him right and they give him the floor that he deserves, he's going to catch up with Jay. But they got to put him in the right position. They got to get him up away from under Roman. They got to do a couple things. So basically, I heard Jay say earlier about the guy from B5 Group would need a total makeover, and that's what Jay is going to need. Although we just seen it, but he's going to need another one because of the fact once he goes on that singles competition and he get that solo run and he get that push to maybe beat Jay at WrestleMania, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to want to see a different style of Jimmy. I want to see that dog in Jimmy that I saw when he came out there to super kick his brother when he go against his brother. I don't want to see this laughing, giggling, cracking jokes, entertaining Jimmy. I need that dog Jimmy. I need that dog Jimmy that kick Roman in the face. I need that Jimmy when he goes into that run, because, man, I'm telling you, I love that Jimmy. I love the Usos entirely. Now, as far as Solo goes, I'm so pissed off on that situation, but that's a whole nother story. But it's just, man, they got some stuff to do with him, and I think all of it gonna come when Roman leaves.
And that's what I was telling Jay. I was telling Jay is after Roman loses the title, everything Triple H. It's gonna be in Triple H's hands now, because Roman Reigns, the bloodline is Vince's last. It was Vince McMahon's. It's Vince McMahon's property. After that goes away, now Triple H can put who he wants to put. He wants to finish the Roman Reigns storyline because it is interesting, man. We haven't, like I told Jay, we haven't seen no records been broken.
Oh no, we haven't, and this is a good one.
And this was a good one. And I know people are getting tired of it, but come on, man, this is an opportunity that we probably would not see in probably 50 or 40, 60 years to see that somebody's beating Hulk Hogan's record, beating all these other people's records. Because think about it, man. No modern superstar, WWE superstar, has beat those records.
Hey, so I got a question for y'all. If it wasn't Roman, who else could you see breaking these streaks like with the same thing he's doing? What other person could have done this with this long and kept it as entertaining?
John Cena, to be honest, is the only one I could say. John Cena or Triple H.
Ooh, Okay, let's say current wrestlers. John Cena is a current wrestler, so we're gonna take Triple H out. I'm talking about current wrestlers today. Who else could we? Nobody.
Not to me. Nobody.
Not even Cody.
No.
Cody. Nah. If he started, I don't know. Nah.
Because you gotta look at it like this. Like Cody is good, but to have him to say he was as dominant for 3 years like that's a stretch. Like
it's we had this conversation. It's about believable.
Okay, so I got one. Who you got here?
I was gonna say Brock Lesnar could have done it because of the just because of he's believable to do that.
I know. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But you know, I got one better. Gunther.
Not 3 years.
He can be believable. He can be believable.
Yeah,
he can be believable.
I mean, if
maybe, but 3 years, no.
You don't give him 3 years.
Nah,
not the WWE, not the title, not the main title, not the main title. He's too traditional. That's why. Like you got to have some people like. I'm not saying they're mainstream, but they saying like the it factor, like like Brock Lesnar, or a Stone Cold or The Rock or even Roman Reigns or John Cena. They have that it factor. You know what I'm saying? Like that it. You're like, okay,
yeah. That face that everybody wants to see night in and night out.
Yeah, that he has so many fans, like because Gunther only has a couple. Like Gunther's good. You have the IWC fans, you have the indie fans, you have the UK fans, but like people that are like. I guess WWE has this formula, and it's always been working for them. That they have the action star face. You know what I'm saying? The action star guy like Hulk Hogan. You had your Macho Man. You had, The Rock, Stone Cold. People that look badass that you would see in action films. Let
me ask you this because I know y'all guys it's his fans. Do you feel one day LA Knight could be that guy? One day.
He's too old. I'm sorry. He's
too old.
Yeah, he's too old right now. I mean,
what is he like? 47?
Think around that age. Yeah, he's like AJ Styles' age. AJ Styles could have been a good one if he would have started young in WWE. I think that's the reason. Seth Rollins too, but Seth Rollins is I don't know. Yeah, Seth Rollins.
But that's interesting though. But how did you feel? How did you feel about the Roman and LA Knight match?
To be honest, man, I was watching both things at the same time. I was watching a soccer game and that, so I caught some of it. So far, what I saw, I saw good. It looked good. The finish was strong. I mean, a spear from the outside and a spear from inside. It's a typical Roman Reigns match. There's going to be interference, so he wasn't going to win. That's why I like when Roman's in like WrestleMania because it's so unpredictable. Because you're gonna like, is he gonna break the record, or are we gonna really stop it right here? Or even with Brock Lesnar, like matches with Brock Lesnar, or matches with somebody like Cody or Brock Lesnar, it's like, But I think it was. I mean, overall, it was good. Did you watch it?
I seen the clips. I seen a lot of clips of it. I didn't get to watch it. I think the last match I got to really, really sit down and watch was who was that? Ray and Paul for the title. But from the clips, that match, I think they put on a show. I think they put on the best show they could have with Ray Age and Paul coming in and out of WWE. I wouldn't say nothing bad about it. I think they did a great job. I think, I'm not happy about Paul winning the title unless he's going to become a full-time wrestler, and I'm always going to be that way. If you're going to win a title, be a full-time wrestler. And that's why I'm happy they're not putting John Cena back in the picture because he's not a full-time wrestler, and we don't know when he's going to call it quits. But I'm okay with that. But the clips that I saw with LA Knight and Roman, I'm going to admit I'm not an LA fan, but I am very much impressed with what he did in such a short amount of time. And I can honestly say if they was to put a title on him, not breaking Roman streak, but just to beat, like, say if he went and beat Seth Rollins or somebody for another title, I wouldn't be as mad, but I'm still on that picture that I want him to become original. I want him to come up with his own stuff, do his own thing, because he has the most charisma in the WWE. I think I honestly think his mic skills are right up there, if not better than freaking The Miz. He has all the tools to be that guy, but he has to go original, and that's all he got to do. He just got to go original. Once he go original, there's nobody touching LA Knight. I'm going to just be honest. Once he go original, and all his stuff original, he's at the top of the food chain. There's nobody else there. But for him and Roman for the show,
but that's the thing about him, man. He's been, his gimmick has always been like that since Indies. Like I've followed him since, I didn't follow him since the Indies. I followed him since when he was in TNA. His gimmick is like that. The way he talks, the way he walks, his gimmick has always been like that. So I mean, he ain't never gonna change. The only time that they changed it is when he was Max Dupree. When he was Maxi Dupree or Max Dupree, that's the
that was him, wasn't it?
That was the only time that it was original. That wasn't from him. Well, not original, but that was not from him. What you see right now is what you see right now is you've seen it in TNA, NWA, and then in Indies. That's what he's been doing. I mean, I'm not saying it's not original because it's not original because we all see it. Like what Roman said on Friday night. He said, "You're just cosplaying a redneck version of my cousin." When he said that I said, "Whoa!" And that's why I be thinking. People be saying Roman is not getting promos. Roman is getting promos when he's acting like that. When he was getting promos written from that he had to like memorize and all that stuff, he was horrible, man. Let's be honest, he was horrible doing those promos. And I don't blame him. I don't believe it. Why would I? If you give me something to say and I haven't rehearsed it, or I only had like an hour to rehearse, I'm gonna sound bad. But when he said that, that's Roman. That's cocky Roman, and I think. But
I like what John Cena said is that he's been had it. He just had to figure out how to. I think once they put him in the right position, and which they did with the tribal chief position, and then putting Paul Heyman in this corner to coach him up and walk him through it. Like you said, this is the best version. This is the best Mike version of Roman we've ever had. Because when he was in the Shield, oh my God, I wanted to change the channel when he was talking and go back when somebody else started talking. But I think with Roman, once he became the tribal chief, and once they put Paul Heyman in this corner, and he got molded the right way, and it seemed like he went and took it seemed like he went and took a few lessons from somebody, and now it's just like, man, when he said that the other night, I was like, golly, I wish they would have did that to LA Knight, but they did. I'm like, but like I said, it's a beautiful thing that Roman is finally now. He got the mic skills. He got everything, which he been had his entire career, and it's just shining. And I don't know how long they gonna let it shine, but I'm here for the ride. I'm enjoying every minute of the ride.
Hey, look, you heard this first. It's the first time me and Trav agreed about this. Like, I'm proud
of y'all.
Hey, look, hey, man. At the end of the day, he knows to push my buttons. I know how to push his buttons, man. That's why we make great content. That's why, if we kept going, but our busy schedule, man, it's pretty hard for us to do a couple shows.
And, we got to get back on it though. We got to get back on it because there's too much about to come up.
Yeah, we will get back on it. I'm about to leave, guys, man. I know it's been 2 hours. I'm about to let y'all go.
About an hour and a half. Yeah. Hey, Jay, I wanted to ask you something. They reported. What was that? I know they reported Vince McMahon helped out. Y'all both are MMA fans, right? Yeah. They reported that Vince helped out MMA with a multi-million-dollar contract, a multi-million-dollar deal. They haven't expressed it. But I'm looking at it like, man, what's crazy is like, even though Vince is no longer inside of WWE or got his hands in the pot of WWE, this man is still out here making $1 million moves. And I'm like, man, the question is like, when does this stop? Like, what did he have to do to really? What do people have to really? What was wrong with Vince in WWE? Why couldn't he make the $1 million moves in WWE that would have put WWE well above and beyond and where they are today? Like, is it because he didn't want to give up power? Is it because he didn't want to give up? What did he not want to give up to make the show better? Because once the pandemic hit, I mean, a little bit before the pandemic hit, but once the pandemic really hit, everything went south. Everything went south.
Hold on, before Jay, let me answer this real quick with him. If you think about it, let's get the timeline. Trav to 19. Let's start with Hulk Hogan. When he first got the company from his dad.
Okay.
He did those big moves, man. Those big moves haven't been missed, bro. It's just we don't like his creativeness in the early late pandemics in the late 2010s, but he was making moves since the beginning, man. Bringing Hulk Hogan in,
Yeah, I
a
know that. I know
megastar.
that he was making the moves,
Boom.
but I'm just saying, why couldn't he?
Big-
Why couldn't he make the moves later on down when the pandemic hit? Like, what was
He
that?
did. He
I mean,
did though. Let's think about it. That TKO group, that TKO deal. It
Well,
went.
yeah,
It
that
would have
was a
been.
multi. I'm talking about inside of WWE. I'm not talking about the
Talk
sale or
about
anything
creative.
else. Yes,
Talk about creative.
yeah,
Talk
like
about creative.
creative and just the WWE itself, because they had lost a lot of views. They had lost a lot of views. Had lost a lot of viewership once the pandemic hit, and they started going on these single run. Like Drew McIntyre said last Monday night was, "Hey, I beat Brock with no audience, and nobody really got to see it." Or it wasn't. So I'm just asking, like, in that pandemic window, why wasn't Vince as dangerous as he was when he took over with his pops? When he took over for his pops,
so
like,
I,
if
I,
we
I think
go ahead.
I think the immediate answer for that is as far as creative, he definitely
Right.
lost touch of what the fans wanted to see, and he was stuck in his ways as far as where he was taking the character and stuff creative wise. But globally, he has like the Saudi Arabia thing is because of him. Like if you think about it, when they first did the first Saudi Arabia event, like nobody wanted. It was like, no, I'm not going. So a lot of superstars was actually going to boycott about going. Now it's a yearly event where everybody is like, hey, okay, we're going to Saudi. I'm hyped about it. And even Bash in Berlin, I'm sure that's something that he's done to catch the castle. So he's more so looking about like a lot of these international events that they're doing and opening up to international fans. This is all Vince is doing. So as far as him, saying networking and making WWE more global, he's doing that as well. But as far as like creative control and character production, productivity, like that's where he kind of lost touch. But he's always trying to make WWE bigger than what it is.
I think it was restriction. I would say not restriction for like he has to listen to anybody, but ego and restriction. Like we're in this culture, man, where we can't do much. Like we have to watch what we say, we have to watch what we do, watch how we move. It's like it's a more restricted lifestyle now that we live, and especially in COVID, man. Like there was restriction. You couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, and then like little by little, he was trying to get it back to the open to the public and stuff like that. So why we didn't see the force that we see is because, man, in this age, bro, we have to worry about what we say. Like let's think about it, man. Like the Attitude Era, they can't do nothing evolved. Like they can't do no content like the Attitude Era because people would complain about it. People would say it's too sexualized, too, even some racist comments or even some, it's a lot, like, a lot of stuff like that. You can't if think about it, man. When they did the Undertaker versus Husam guy, that was like right when the terrorists and like 9/11 and all that stuff, and they had to like stop his push because it was too much. That's why I think it's a lot of restriction. We live in a cancel culture now, man. So it's tough for him to do any moves. And Triple H is just a smart guy. He's more younger, so he's like, we could do this instead of this. He grew up different. Then he's thinking about Triple H is thinking about what his daughters would see. Like he doesn't want stuff to be like he doesn't want his daughters to see this stuff. Vince McMahon back then in the Attitude Era, man, Stephanie and Shane, they were already old, so
They was in the middle of it. They was knee deep in it.
Yeah, so he had more, he had more freedom. That's how I see it.
Right, and then they were in competition, and so it was like, yo, any means necessary, we gotta do to stay alive. Where now it's like we're here, so what I'm saying, we can do kind of what we want. And again, this was before that kind of pre AEW, so there really was no competition because TNA wasn't really direct competition, and even though they were saying AEW competition, so I think that those all played a factor as well.
Yeah. I got y'all, man. Well, I see it's been 2 hours, y'all, man. I'm glad we was able to clear that up here. I'm glad I came on. I've been trying to tune in, but I was like, let me go and jump on here while I got a chance to.
Yeah, y'all
So,
started high school, but I'm glad that you just said we
Hey,
so yeah.
I still want. No, I just like no. It's it's one of those things we gotta wait. The debates are those things we gotta wait. Like we gotta wait till Survivor Series or Royal Rumble if CM Punk is gonna return or not, and then we gotta see, like you said, Jimmy's run. See,
Did he take that offer from Impact or no?
no, I haven't heard nothing yet.
yeah, that
Oh,
shit
okay.
was, so we probably won't know anything for sure until after Survivor Series. But
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done. No, but it's done. I'm done hearing, bro. I'm just done, bro, with this attitude. With this,
Hey, let's work on getting the next 3 topics together and working on the next show.
yeah.
all right,
The next show,
So
let's make it.
all right. So you guys heard it here first. We do have another episode of Let Me Talk to You in the works. We're gonna let you know when that's gonna be aired and when you guys can tune in for that. As you've seen a preview of it, that's how intense that show is. So, but we thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys. And, we didn't really get a chance to touch base because this was way more better than Crrown Jewel. But definitely thank you guys for tuning
Hey,
in.
I do want to say apologize to Snoop and Jesse Hunter. I did not mean that. I'm just that man Trav can push my buttons, man. That man Trav can push my buttons, and I know I push his buttons. So it's like at the end of the day, man, I don't take this stuff serious. At the end of the day, sometimes I do want to get in my car, driving to Atlanta, run him over, but just a little tap, not like a pop pop, just like pop tap. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just playing. But hey, apologize for my my language. I'm not like that. But this was a great show. I mean,
It's a ditch right there. That's why I came right here.
Okay.
We definitely thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining. If you guys enjoyed Crrown Jewel, let us know in the comments. If you guys want us to talk about something else, let us know in the comments. But definitely thank you guys again for tuning in. Thanks for the comments and thank you for the love you guys always showing support. Don't forget to subscribe to Wrestling Talks and Thoughts on Facebook, YouTube, Wrestling Talks Thoughts on TikTok, Wrestling Talks Thoughts on Instagram. Definitely thank you guys for tuning in. I have been your host, the protege, J McMahon.
I've been your co-host, Henduce, aka the Big Bad Wolf Duce.
And I'm the guy to just break people's hearts and break people parties up and come in and have fun. Hey, well, let me get a shout out to my boy Ant before we go, man. Ant, man, I've been seeing you on TikTok, bro, promoting, bro. Shout out to you, my boy. But hey, this tribe, man, good being on here, co-host, brother.
All right, and we'll see you guys later this week. If something happens on Raw, we'll see you guys. More likely, probably Tuesday. So we'll see you guys Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.